Everyone, and welcome to the Walt Wines Happy Hour. My name is Jeff Sapelli. I'm the general manager for Walt Wines. I'm super excited today to be hosting JB Smoove. We've been actually in the background making some sweet wine. Actually, it's not sweet, but we've been making some great wine. He and I together just hanging out and talking. He was a little late getting off the set, and we're happy that he's here with us today. And he's going to be joining us just in a moment. He's just kind of getting things wrapped up. But I wanted to jump on and make sure everyone here knew that we were going live, that JB was joining us. Wanted to also just let everyone know that our tasting rooms are open. We're really excited now that things that that people are starting to get out. I think the governor of California said we might be able to take our masks off outside today. I'm very, very excited about all that. And I've actually got, oh snap, JB Smoove. He's right there. He's ready to talk. In the world of entertainment. JB, you out there? I think he's out there. Oop, he's actually trying to. All right, JB, there? How's it going, man?
Hey, buddy.
How are you?
Hey, man, I'm great, man.
Excellent, man. Okay. So I said this in the when you and I lost you. He's gone now. We're gonna try to get JB back. I think there he is. He's here. We're just having some connection problems, but we'll get him right back up. That was a pretty sweet background. There you are. What's going on, man? Are you there? Can you hear me okay? I think you're on, man. How are you doing? JB, you're live with me, man. How you doing? JB, can you see me okay? Are you there? Hey, JB, what's going on? I think there's a sound problem. Yep. All right. Well, that's, we're trying to get him on. A bunch of you, thank you for joining. I'm gonna work on this. We're gonna get JB going. There he is. We'll try this again. Hopefully. How's that, man? Can you hear me now? You might, you know what? Your Zoom might be on. I would close if you go to your Zoom and swipe it up. It'll cut the audio, because my guess is you can't hear me right now. If that's right, try closing out your Zoom. I think. Oh, wait. No, we got the bootleg. Yeah, I got the bootleg Wi-Fi. That's a good one, actually, Mookie. That's a funny one. We're working on getting JB back on here. And he's clearly there. He's looking real good. I love that background he's got. I heard his wife picked that out. He's actually got some pretty cool lighting fixtures. Thanks, Allie. Appreciate it. We're working on it. We're going to get there. Everyone, Leon, yeah, from Curb Your Enthusiasm. If Larry David shows up, then that'll be hilarious. It's like a twofer. All right, one more time. We're going to bring JB Smoove on, and hopefully this works. We'll see if he comes, if we can make it happen.
There we go. Look at us.
Bang.
Let me tell you something about technology. And let me tell you what, technology and wine don't go good together. Let me tell you something.
I appreciate your effort, man. Thank you for doing that. I have this bottle of wine for you, and I want it.
Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me.
Oh, there you go.
You, man. Yo, isn't it amazing how things work? How
you have
just
earned.
Do that? Hey, everybody at home, try it sometime. You hand something to someone and they grab it. Look, watch this. Watch this.
Yep.
Look
There
at
it is.
Give it back. Give it back. Give it back. Come on, give it back to me.
All right, there you go.
Oh, see that?
I've never had a bottle fight on Instagram. That's kind of cool. Up and down. That's all right. Oh man, it's so good to see you. How's it going?
Hey man, it's absolutely going great, man. We have been so busy. Between I just wrapped on Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Yeah.
2 days ago. So
Okay.
I just season wrapped on it. It's going to be an amazing season. We had a great time shooting, and you guys are going to love it. I don't have any details.
I was going to say.
I don't have a win, but we had a great time, and I'm so happy to be a part of such an amazing show. So
yeah,
man.
Well, and you're not only a great comedian. I was going to ask you a couple questions about that, but you're a great writer too. And I wanted to ask you about Curb.
do you guys just all like write into the show and then everyone just improvs as they go? Or I mean, you know, it's like this crazy talented group of comedians. Do they even need a writer?
Oh, we definitely have well, you know what? We have writers. Larry is, of course,
Yeah.
this is all from Larry's head, man. Larry
Yeah.
has years and years of an amazing career, and he's been, of course, the creator of Seinfeld. This man can write his way out of anything or into anything, write his way in and out of anything. So, yes, a lot of people don't know that the show is improvised. We actually get an outline of what the show is or episode is, and we kind of create our own storyline, create our own dialogue, and that's the genius part of the show, because nothing better than hearing something for the first time.
Yeah.
So we tend to laugh a lot because we don't have the ability to read something before we memorize it and say it. We actually say things for the first time. So that natural reaction you see is a natural reaction we have to the lines that we just said, in the improv world,
Yeah. Well, and it's always answering the question with an and, right? In the world of improv, you guys are, how do I add to the story? How do I take it to something else?
Yeah.
Do you guys just often just laugh where it ends up, or
yeah, it does. I have a unique process. I do. I tend to try to give Larry or anyone I'm working with on the show, but I'm mainly working with Larry the most.
Yeah.
I try to give Larry something he didn't know about Leon.
Okay.
And so that way, because my character really he just came out of nowhere, really. So I like that. I'm giving him the backstory of who this dude really is a little bit at a time over, all these seasons I've been on the show, and then, so there is a fun process to that, and being a stand-up comedian and being an improv actor, I love to create a story, and Larry gives you this amazing ability to do that. It's almost like he's underhand pitching you these ideas that's in this 8 or 9 page outline.
Yeah.
He has an outline for the show, for the episode.
And then you guys
each episode has like 8 or 9 page outline, and we kind of go from there. And I also like to decide in the moment if I'm going to have his back or if I'm going to go against him.
I was going to ask you about that. So thank you for bringing that up. So in an improv world, if you decide that you want to just completely change the idea, do you do that live in the moment, or do you
do
guys,
everything in the
about
moment?
it?
Everything is in the moment. That's why if you look closely at the show, if you watch the show, you'll catch Larry smirk a little bit. He'll try to fight the laugh, or the previous take he already laughed, so he tends to try to hold it in. And we kind of go from there.
Well, and I think you were involved with Saturday Night Live, I think, a while ago. Is that right? You were a writer and you were on Saturday Night Live?
A writer 04, 5, and 6. I was a writer at SNL. I actually went for cast, but I didn't get cast. But I got a chance to come back as a writer. My first writing job. So I got a chance to be a writer on the show, which was fun also because, I got a chance to be a utility person, meaning I was a writer on the show. I did warm up for 2 seasons.
Oh, cool.
I was in monologues here and there and sketches once in a while. Yeah. And I also, Conan O'Brien, a good friend of mine, I was also on Conan's, he was still at NBC at that time. Yeah. I was on Conan's show maybe 10, 11 times as a writer. He would call upstairs. He found out I was working upstairs as a writer. I said, "Oh, JB's upstairs. Hey, I can use JB in some sketches." So he would call upstairs. He would call Lauren's office, and Lauren Michaels would, he would call Lauren and ask Lauren, "Can he borrow JB?"
Yeah.
And then
Lauren's
Lauren
like, "How much you want?"
He would call my office phone and say, "Hey, JB, Conan must have used you downstairs. Go downstairs and do the sketch. He has a sketch he wrote. It's very funny. Go down there and do the sketch and come back up and finish writing. Just finish working."
I love that improv with Lauren
pretty good,
Michaels,
right?
man. That's
pretty
a good one.
That was pretty good, Lauren Michaels. And I would go downstairs, do a sketch, on camera, have a good time, and get back in the elevator, go back upstairs, and I'm back behind my desk typing.
Jeez. Yeah, I mean, because the reason I was going to ask you about that, you know, your time in improv, or your time writing for Saturday Night Live, some of the best moments I like on Saturday Night Live are when the cast members break character, right?
Oh,
It's
man.
just, it's so funny that they can't hold it back. And you see that a little bit on Curb. I mean, what was your favorite moment when someone broke character on either show? Do you remember?
Oh, man, it's so many. Oh, Larry broke so many times.
Yeah.
I think that I would always see certain characters in certain moments on SNL where people broke. Horatio, when I was there, used to they would have this thing going on. They would laugh all the damn time. And I remember him being in some sketches where he would laugh all the time. I remember the Debbie Downer sketches. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, those are good. Control.
It's that sound effect, man. And I think this.
That's it. That was it.
So they will always bust up doing those.
Yeah.
And that's live TV. There is no net, so you have to be ready to go. Yeah.
The Lindsay Lohan breakfast at Disneyland where they all fell apart. That was a good one.
And then they had one with Janet Jackson, I think.
Yep.
About corks, I think the cork sucker. So it was like if you're talking about wine, see the cork sucker. Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, and by the way, I wanted to just anybody who's on right now, we have a lot of your fans on JB. If you have questions,
I see some great people.
We will try to keep up with the questions in the comments. But if you could do me a favor and launch them into the question section for Instagram, it's a lot easier for me to pick them up and read them there. So, thank you, Funky Blowfly. But that's a lot of. We're gonna try to just move that over JB's face right now. Hey, but
I see a lot of the questions coming up.
Yeah. While we're waiting for those to come in, wanted to talk a little bit about
JB straight lamping. Woo!
Yeah. You got a lamp behind you. It's nice. I want to talk real quick about the wine. I know you're vegan, and wanted to just get your take on the wine because this is a vegan wine. This is actually a wine that is made without any animal products. So it's our 2017 Clos Pepe Pinot Noir. So this is a wine that's actually made in Santa Barbara. Do you ever get up to Santa Barbara for a visit?
Oh, it's a lovely trip, man. As a lot of people know, we are RVers, and we absolutely take our RV. We have a 38 footer, and people don't know that my wife and I are possibly the #1 RVers in the world.
Oh, serious?
Especially black RVers. I know a lot of black RVers, but I think we may be the #1 black RV couple. And if anybody want to take our title, how dare you? So what we do
Justice Thomas, the only other one I got for you.
We'll go wine tasting in Temecula. We'll go wine tasting in Santa Barbara. We'll get a few friends together, but we had a little break because of the pandemic. But when we come back, we're back into mode. And I'm gonna have to walk. I'm gonna have to walk right in the wine cabinet on the RV.
Thank you, Ben. Appreciate it.
Hey, RV is the most fun you could ever have. We bring out the wine. We bring out little picnic baskets. We for the snacks. We are vegans, of course, but we find our little windows where we can bring and turn people on to our diet, turn people on to our wine selections. And I freaking love, we just love going RVing. And when you pull the wine out, you park that RV.
I was going to say, that's the nice thing about the RV is you just park wherever you want.
It's like a rolling apartment, a little small New York City apartment on wheels.
It's probably bigger than a lot of New York City apartments on wheels.
It is bigger. 38 foot is pretty big.
That's a big,
Dude,
that's
like
that is
one bedroom. It's like a 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah. No, that's probably bigger than my apartment when I lived in San Francisco. Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Yeah. We that life has been fun, man. And yes, and we love our wine, man. I did an appearance on I believe it was the Jay Leno show years ago, 4 or 5 years ago. We talked about the 5 S's of wine tasting.
Oh, okay.
If memory serves me correctly, you see the wine, you see that? You see the wine, the clarity, and color of the wine. You see the wine, you smell the wine. Putting your nose at the very top of the furthest rim of the glass.
Yes, exactly.
You smell the wine. Woo!
Good. All right.
Stir the wine a little bit. Give the wine a little swirl. Swirl the wine.
There you go.
Woo!
All right. Yeah,
now, you sip the wine. And your wine tasting, you can choose to swallow the wine or spit the wine out. If you want to continue drinking and tasting the wine and you don't want to get too tipsy.
Yes.
And you don't want to overdo it on wine tasting. You got to pace yourself when you're wine tasting. Am I right? Am I right?
Yeah. You're nailing it, actually. You don't need to do those 5 to 10 wineries per day.
Hey.
Just pick like the 3 or 4 that you really like.
I truly like, I'm a man of decadence. I call myself Mr. Decadent.
Okay. Nice. Absolutely.
Hey,
well, yeah.
Everyone out there, you must have certain times in your life where you must be decadent. You must cross, are you a right leg over a left leg cross, or you a left over right leg cross?
I go right over left usually. That's my preferred.
What's your go-to?
I think my go-to. It's probably because I don't know. I actually have no idea why I do that. But thank you for asking me. Are you a lighter-bodied red wine drinker? Or do you like it a deeper-bodied red wine? That was actually one of the questions. What kind of wine do you like?
You know what? I tend to like a deeper wine, but it depends what I'm eating. Also, I like to change it up a little bit.
Okay.
But I tend to. I'm not really big on the dry. I feel like it changes my. I'm sitting around smoking a cigar. Now,
okay.
A nice dry is good because I'm not trying to do anything. I'm tasting my cigar. Sometimes the two flavors will intersect a little bit.
Absolutely.
So
yeah.
A cigar has its own. A cigar in some ways is like the cigar lover's wine in some sense. Ooh,
there are many cigar and wine bars out there.
Let me start my decadent stuff now. Come on, man.
Yeah, there you go. No, it's
see the wine. See the wine.
What is your so you're vegan? I don't have a huge experience with vegan. I'll eat anything you put on my plate, but I don't cook vegan.
Okay.
What's your favorite thing to eat with that more kind of deeply structured, savory wine, I guess, that you're talking about? The deeply pleasurable wine.
My beautiful wife, she creates some of the most amazing dishes that we absolutely love. We have something that I love. Well, I love her zucchini spaghetti. I love that.
Oh yeah, my wife does that.
Use our impossible meat.
Yep.
I love that. We make impossible meatballs out of that. Oh my gosh, so delicious. We also love our eggplant parmesan.
Yep.
With vegan cheese, of course. The number one thing I love when she makes is, have you ever heard of banana blossom?
No, that sounds pretty fun though.
Banana blossom is a part of the banana tree. And when you season it, man, if you season it Louisiana style, you know what I mean? Creole style.
Creole spice,
You season it delicious. And here's what you do. You get some seaweed, dry seaweed, right? And you wrap the top of it with this dry seaweed.
Like
do
sushi?
Your beer batter, maybe. Do your beer batter. It's already seasoned up nice. You beer batter style and deep fry it, man. It's just like eating fish. Just like, it's the most
nice.
That seaweed, the seasoning of it, the Creole seasoning. Put some old bay on that bad boy.
Oh yeah,
good, man.
I mean, that's for me. It's like there's nothing like sitting on the side of the ocean with a glass of wine in Santa Barbara, little Old Bay on your corn on the cob.
Yeah, man, and you can make yourself some vegan jambalaya or something like that. Put some rice on the side of that. Man, you are in New Orleans.
I was gonna say, you sound like a lot of my friends in Cajun country, man. That is exactly the kind of wine and food they're always eating. For sure.
Outside of New York, New Orleans is my favorite city.
Oh yeah,
I love it, man. You can go down there.
But
then you see, all you gotta do is apply your sensibilities and your taste buds to your vegan lifestyle, and and we have a ton of different products we use, that we love. And I'm a big baker. I love to make breakfast, pancakes, and waffles, and all that kind of good stuff. Chicken and waffles is also one of my favorites. You know what I use? I use Just Egg. Just
Oh,
egg is
okay.
perfect for mixing your pancakes. It's a, you can use that as a substitute for
Uh-huh.
real eggs. And,
Uh-huh.
you put some oat milk in there, mix that baby up, pour it in your waffle maker. Woo!
I did not catch that you would be such a chef, man. This is cool. I
Hey,
love this.
my wife she's been a vegan for, my wife Shaw,
Mm-hmm.
has been a vegan for, man, most of her life. She's been
Okay.
vegan or vegetarian. When we
Okay.
met, I started doing the vegetarian thing with her, and
Mm-hmm.
so back then, I considered myself a part-time vegan, full-time
Uh-huh.
carnivore. So I was
Yeah.
straddling both sides of the world.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah.
when I would go on the road to do my tours, I would eat what I wanted to eat, but when I came home, I would eat my vegetarian and vegan food. So now, for the past 3.5 years, I have been full-time vegan.
Uh-huh.
So it's been, and we also have a beautiful outdoor garden, vertical garden by a company
Nice.
called LA
Yep.
Urban Farms.
Yeah.
And we
Right.
have all the goodies on that thing too. The kale, we got
Uh-huh.
the butterhead lettuce, we got the peppers, we got the
I love that you
cucumbers.
call them the goodies, man.
Oh
That's
man,
awesome.
you know what? This is like a shopping center out there
Nice.
of produce, man. I had to go and we had so much stuff. We didn't realize, because each one holds 28 different vegetables. And we didn't
Wow.
realize that's a whole lot.
Yeah, that's a
28
lot of food.
per a tower.
Yeah.
And man, we had so much stuff, man. We had to go
Yeah.
and grab a few shopping carts from our supermarket, and I had to hire a teenager to work the cash register and weigh the stuff, make sure my
I was gonna say, you
Yeah.
should have started a
Turn
produce
into a little
market out in your
supermarket
front
over
line.
there.
That would have been awesome.
Turn into a little
Hey.
supermarket over there.
Well, here's one thing I can tell you about vegan and vegan wine. So all wine should be vegan. The only thing that'll make a wine not vegan is if they add something called a fining agent. So if you're tasting wine and you're out, with your wife and your friends, you guys are going for your trip, ask the wine educator if the wine is unfiltered and unfined, because that means that there's nothing else added to the wine that would make it not vegan. And even if it is, it's a little bit, but that's how you get to 100% vegan.
Now, here's what I heard from someone. I'm not sure if it's true or not.
No,
they said that, of course, it's the filtration, because you're talking about grapes that are outside, been outside for seasons to make these grapes to grow, and they got to, they got to machine these grapes and get them all off, unless it's organic or hand picked or whatever. I don't know how all the wineries work, but you would assume all this stuff goes into a filtration bin and it's filtrated. Now, it could be bugs in there. It could be birds. It could be anything. You are basically on their property. These birds, these insects have been there for years. Now you're pulling all these grapes, you're throwing into a filtration system, and you have to filtrate the wine. And I was, that's what we said. Oh, okay. Well, someone told us that it depends how you filtrate this wine. There's all kind of stuff in there, man. It depends where you're growing it at.
You can get rid of most of those are called materials other than grape. So bugs, rodents, other things that just kind of want to eat the grapes, but you don't want them in the wine. So we eliminate those. Actually, we scan all of our wines with a optical sorter, and that'll get rid of all that. And then the next phase is, so we actually don't want to filter the wine, because we then get a bigger, more pure expression of that flavor of the wine. But if you don't add a fining agent, so fining agents are typically egg whites or fish bladder. That's another.
Exactly.
It's called isinglass. So that you can actually, we don't use those. So anytime they're not using those, it's 100% vegan. And so that's just all the Walt wines that we sent you for the show. You can trust that they're all vegan.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it, man.
So we had a couple questions come in. The biggest one is people want to know about your podcast and what's going on with the JB Smoove podcast.
We have an amazing podcast. It's called May I Elaborate. Now, May I Elaborate is a fun ride. We do a daily podcast that's Monday through Friday, a daily podcast, and we it's 12 to 15 minutes of your life in the morning. It drops in the mornings, and you guys can get inspired with daily wisdom from JB Smoove. These are just, we take these positive affirmations from these amazing calendars, and they have a year-long calendar full of daily affirmations for you to follow. But a lot of times, people don't understand them.
Yeah.
They can read them, and it doesn't resonate with them, and it just goes away, and they forget about it. You know?
Right.
And what I do is I give clarity to it. I elaborate on it. It's very fun to do. I improvise and elaborate. And say I elaborate. I have elaborations, inspirations, and hallucinations. It's all up in there. I don't know what the hell. Sometimes I don't know what the hell I'm gonna say. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna say. I just enjoy the moment, and I try to give a take on it that makes sense.
Got it.
For people. Sometimes these affirmations are above your head. Sometimes you can't follow them.
For sure.
You need someone who can reel it in for you. I'm the guy that reels it in, reel you in. I'm a guy that goes fishing and I throw my line back, and I'm going to throw my line out, but then I throw my line back and I catch you right there. I catch you. You standing too close behind me. I told you don't stand behind me. And the hook gets inside of your mouth, and I try to pull it, and I got you. I got your ass. You the fish now. Now you the fish.
That's awesome, man.
I gotta reel you in. See, now I reel you in, and now I can give you this positive affirmation in the only way that JB Smoove knows how to give it to you. I keep it 100. I give it to you the way you need to hear it.
Yep.
And as opposed to the way you need to read it, I give it to the way you need to hear it. And I don't do it on weekends because I want to give everybody a time to as I say on my show, to fuck your life up over the weekend. And then on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, unfuck up your life. If I may use.
Yeah. You need somebody. You got to have some material to work with, right?
I need
work with, and
people got to come back on Monday jacked up, and then let me guide you through your week. But it's fun. It's me. It's myself, and my partner Miles. We've been writing partners forever, and this is through Conan O'Brien and Team Coco, and it's so fun to do. And me and Conan have been friends forever, and this idea came, and it's also, I don't know if anyone has seen my Leon's guided meditations. I was doing that over the pandemic just to have fun and keep people engaged. Yeah, man.
Those were priceless, man. Those were awesome.
Oh, man. I did like 3 or 4 of them, and that was it, man. But this right here allows me to reconnect with my fans and have a good time. And who knows, man, I feel a May I Elaborate tour. I feel a May I Elaborate comedy special. I feel it all, man. Who knows, man? This is, we are, this is the fun thing about being a comedian. And, we give, this is something that we love to do, man. And it's in these times where you need to make a light of things, to laugh. You need to find out who you really are underneath. And when times of stress like this, you need to find out your ingenuity. You need to find out what lane you're in and how you can make another route to get where you got to go through your journey. And this is the times that come up that we must adjust to things that are going on and take care of families and stay safe. So.
No, cheers to that, man. For
sure.
Cheers
to that,
Absolutely.
Man. That's how we do.
So we had a couple questions. I wanted to just quick questions, kind of hot, so is Leon going to be back on Curb? Was one of the questions. I think the answer is you.
I want to take some of these questions.
Yeah.
Give me some good questions now. Come on now.
So that one was. Let me see. I'm going to bring in some of the questions. Let
me see some
from the question list. What is JB's all-time favorite Curb episode from Jack in Manchester, UK? So he's checking in late night in the UK.
It's so many of them, man. I think the classic has got to be Getting That Ass Larry. A lot of people don't know the backstory to that. If you watch that scene, Getting That Ass Larry, and the perplexed look on Larry's face was because Larry is an improvised show. Larry had never heard of getting that ass. He had no idea what that actually meant, and I had to explain it to him in the scene. I said, when a man does that to you, man, he disrespects you like that, you got to get in that ass. You got to get in that ass, Larry. And I'm gonna tell you something. Larry had no idea what the hell I was talking about, which is which is what makes the show the show. So
for sure,
that's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite episodes, I think. And that was my first week on the show. Isn't it funny? You know, and after that first episode we shot, you know, in between scenes, Larry said, "Man, you know, it feels like we've been working together forever." And I truly believe that somehow the universe works with your, you know, what would it say, when preparation, timing, and meets timing and meets all this stuff, somehow that works, man. And, you know, the first thing I ever took was an improv class, you know, before I started doing acting and stand-up. I took an improv class. So who knew that one class would get me on an improv show years later? You know, so that's kind of one of my favorite scenes, because I think that's the introduction of who this dude was, you know, who Leon was. So
no, I think that
I see that. I see, someone.
Yeah.
You know,
no,
the philosophy of a fool was I see a question here. I forgot who that was. Let me see who that was. What's up, Kush?
Soul.
That's my guy, Kush, man.
Toronto.
My guy, Kush Soul. I did a book based on my character called The Philosophy of a Fool, and I actually did it in my character, as my character. So that's a fun book. It's in the audio, and you can also get the book. So the book itself. Man.
That's awesome. Yeah, no. So a lot of the questions we're getting, you've answered. A lot of people want to know about your podcast, which character.
Yeah.
Oh, I got one. So we'll end it. Maybe we'll, because I've taken up all your time today. Maybe we'll end with this question. So, you've tried the wine. What character would you say this wine reminds you of?
You know, this wine has a class to it.
Oh.
And you know what it feels like?
Yeah.
It feels like this wine is locked in. This wine is locked into the place where it knows who it is. It's not trying to perpetrate the fraud and be someone else. This wine walks in the room. This wine, just by the taste itself and the presence and the stability of it, you know, you get some wines, you can tell the stability by moving the glass around a little bit. You know, that wine can stay in there and hang out, you know. Some wines don't do that. They splash over the damn place. They don't have any, you know, they don't have any class to them.
Yeah,
you know,
okay.
They don't have any balance to them. You have balance to a wine. Wine must have balance. So one day I was in my favorite restaurant, Craig's in Beverly Hills, and you know who walked in that room? While I had a glass of wine in my hand, you know, I know the
sommelier, the wine director.
I know the owner of the restaurant.
Okay.
My guy Craig, amazing fellow, amazing restaurant, and a Mr. Sidney Poitier. Sidney Poitier. See, he doesn't know how to say Sidney Poitier. See that?
Yeah.
Poitier. See, you say it. Sidney Poitier. He came in the room, and I saw my good friend talking to him, and I saw him gesture to our table.
Oh.
And I saw Mr. Poitier look over there, and he nodded his head. Because I previously met Mr. Poitier very briefly.
Okay.
Maybe on a carpet somewhere. And they headed our way. But I didn't want to fan out. I didn't want to fan out.
Oh, yeah, because I
saw my friend gesture to my table as if, hey, my good friend JB is here with his wife. You know, do you know JB? You know, and Mr. Poitier, full of class, like this wine, classy, classy self. He walked over there. He must have came from some award show because he still had his tuxedo on.
Yep.
Oh, he still had his tuxedo on. Now I didn't go to the award show because I couldn't get in. I'm still B. I'm still a B plus actor. I'm not.
Man.
I didn't go, but I did go to the after party. So after the after party, we came to the restaurant to celebrate and raise a glass to all the winners and nominees. So Mr. Poitier walks towards our table, and my good friend says, "Hey, JB, this is JB. This is, you know, I'm not sure if you guys know each other." And Mr. Poitier said, "Yes, I know Mr. Smoove." I met Mr. Smoove before on the carpet. When he said that, man, and I had that wine in my hand. I said, cheers to you, sir. You know? Cheers to you. See, like fine wine, there's always time. And there's timing within everything you do in your life. And sometimes you don't know your presence that you have left with people. You know, had I been a jackass, he would have said, go fuck yourself, JB Smoove. You know what I'm saying? But no, that man said, I know Mr. Smoove. I know Mr. Smoove. And Mr. Smoove. I said, Mr. Portier. Mr. Portier. Much respect to you, sir. And I put my hand right. Once you do this right here, once you do that right there, it's like a level of respect.
Yeah.
For a legend himself, Mr. Sidney Portier. And that is all about timing. I could have went home that night. I could have went home that night, but I didn't go home. I went down to support my favorite restaurant, and I sat there and enjoyed myself and took care of my beautiful wife. You know, make sure she was comfortable, make sure she had the meal, the vegan meal off the vegan menu. Woo!
Nice.
Enjoyed herself. Oh, just showing respect to the legends. And that's what it's all about. You know, showing respect and knowing that we are all on a journey, and we got to figure that journey out, man. We got to figure that journey out without burning bridges, without stepping on goddamn toes. We got to figure out how this all works. We're all human. We don't know how all this shit works. We learn something every goddamn day. We got to omit certain things from our vocabulary, omit certain things from our life. You know, we gotta find a way to write this path, baby. And sometimes just sitting your ass down, sitting still. And this is the kind of stuff I talk about on May I Elaborate. How you sit your ass still and ground yourself. And sometimes you gotta know when to shut the fuck up. Okay?
I absolutely agree, man. And if I could just say the same thing back to you, that it is an honor for us to have you, sir, on our Instagram Live today, and for sharing your time and your talents with our little winery. And thank you for offering a really wonderful comparison, by the way, for our wine.
Hey, see that? See? Now you got to name one of your wines a Sidney Portier.
Well, I'm just going to call, Stephen Pepe. He's the owner of the vineyard, and I'm just going to say, man, it's now Sidney Portier's vineyard, and we're just going to have to make that change.
Just call it the Sidney. Oh.
Sidney.
Woohoo!
Well, thank you, JB.
We can do this all damn day, man.
Yeah, we can.
This is how people do. You sit down and you sit still. Stillness is something I also talk about on May I Elaborate. The stillness of it all.
Yeah.
You know, let your brain do what your brain's supposed to do. Don't overwhelm yourself with thoughts and stress and all that kind of good stuff.
Sit in the moment with a nice glass of wine. And let it all happen in front of you.
Let it all happen. Can't do it every day, but the days you can't sit still and gather your thoughts and don't be overwhelmed by that shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure.
Woo!
Well, JB, I just wanted to thank you, man, for coming on our show. I want to invite you and your wife to take your RV and come see us. We're in Sonoma, Napa, Healdsburg. Would love to have you guys experience the rest of the day with a nice fine glass of wine. Maybe we can take you through some of the other famous actors that our wines are named after.
Let me tell you something.
None of them are named after wine.
Let me tell you something right now. Oh, a great wine. May I elaborate? Oh.
There you go.
Which is the beauty of elaboration, which is the beauty of not planning things.
Yep.
Which is the beauty of giving your take on things. Oh man, you said, let me tell you something funny. So we have good friends, a good friend named Neil, who actually is, I think he's a regional manager of the Montage Hotels. We love the Montage. We go skiing every year at the Montage for my birthday celebration every year. We didn't go this year, of course, but we love to go skiing at the Montage. And we pull like 3 or 4 couples together, and we all just have fun. We get away for 4 days and enjoy ourselves. Now, I called him last week because because one of my favorite hotels, which is the Montage, has beautiful new residences in Sonoma.
Yes, they do.
And yes, they do. So we were actually going to go for my wife's birthday, which was May 7th.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll take some belated birthdays out there for my beautiful wife, Sha. And we were going to go there, and, we got stuck here. But we had a great time. She wanted to lay low. We laid low, and we just chilled out. Oh, and took the weekend as it came, and we hit some. Sometimes you don't know what's waiting for you. We end up meeting some other friends, end up talking, end up connecting because a birthday is a milestone, so you want to celebrate the person. So sometimes it gets complicated when you got to travel somewhere and all that kind of stuff. But so it's funny you talk about Sonoma because we were almost headed to Sonoma last weekend. So now you're there. It's nothing for us to connect and sit down and have a glass of wine. Taking an amazing wine and enjoy.
I would love that.
I would love it, man. Love it.
Yeah. You can park the RV at our tasting room, and then Montage will come pick you up in their nice private cars, take you over to their fancy estate, and we'll share wine with you in one of those two places. How's that sound?
We are going to make that happen.
I like it. I like it.
We're going to make that happen, man, because I'm telling you, we were this close to getting out in the RV and actually driving to Sonoma. So see how things work. And I'm just talking about this, man. Sometimes you don't know what's waiting. You have no idea, but you sit still. With stillness comes clarity and all the good stuff you need. And just now, that came out of the clear blue. That came from the universe. That came from the universe. See, I'm happy now. You know what? I'm happy I didn't go over. I'm happy I didn't go last week.
Because now you got now we can do it all.
Sometimes you got to sit your ass down, man.
What did you just say? We have to let the world happen, right?
Sit
down
and come to you.
Let the world come to you. That was what you said.
You, man.
Yes. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, JB. Anything else you want to say? You've got a ton of fans are on before we
Hey, man,
before
I
we
love
go.
you guys, man. I appreciate the support. It's always a journey, man. And I tell everyone out there, learn something, whatever your craft is, learn something every day, good or bad. Hey, I learn more from doing good than bad sometimes. Because you want to try to master that golf swing. You want to figure out what you did that made that ball go straight. And sometimes that's hard to remember. So, every day I learn and every day we are trying to grow. And I want you guys to also grow out there and understand what you are and what you offer to your companion, what you offer to your world, what you offer to the world, man, because it's very important to understand that. And I want everybody to be safe, man. Be safe out there until we get ourselves, back on our feet and enjoy it. So, and, new season of Harley Quinn coming up. Frank the Plant.
Wow. All right.
This is fun stuff. Fun stuff, man. I'm sure I'm going to be going back to Woke. That's a bunch of cool stuff, man, that's coming up.
The one thing
putting the producing hat on, a little producing hat.
Oh,
bunch of little projects to make sure
some
I
stuff.
Keep my friends busy. So
a
bunch of producing hat stuff, and I want my friends to be happy. I want them to be busy, and that's important too. So I'm putting the producing hat on because at some point, you gotta slow it down a little bit. I'm 30 years in the game, 30 plus years in the game, and I still feel like a new penny.
You are, man. You are very fresh, and I really appreciate you coming on. Everyone, this is JB Smoove. Thanks for coming on the Walt Wines Happy Hour. We'll check you out on your podcast and the new season of Curb, and amongst a bunch of other projects that I'm sure you're going to be involved in. And we wish you the best, and we hope to see you soon.
I wish you guys the best too, man. And we're going to sit down and have that wine in Sonoma.
Yeah, no, absolutely. We are having that wine in Sonoma. I can't wait for that. That would be great.
We'll make it happen, man. Everybody, I love you guys out there, man. Be safe.
Thanks, JB. Here's to you, man. So much.
Yes.
All right, everyone. That was JB Smoove. Thank you for checking in with the Walt Wines Happy Hour. Follow us at Walt Wines, at Walt Wines. You can check us out online at waltwines.com. We'll have another show coming up in a couple weeks, but in the meantime, be sure to check out our other wine family, Hall Wines, at Hall Wines, and at Baca Wines. My name's Jeff Sapelli. I want everyone to be safe, happy. Now that we're getting things, we want to see you start moving around. So we'll see you soon. Cheers.